Okay, so we are about to have Ember have a little conversation with Nocticula. This is what we've all been, well, it's what I've been waiting for. Yes, after you map all the routes. Then it's a Stargate. Anyway, my companion Ember would like to speak with you, Nocticula.
Ember. So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Tears are rolling down Ember's cheeks as she sniffles noisily. She presses her maimed hands against her heart as she stares up at Nocticula. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Here winkles her nose in disdain. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is a Lucianera, not Nerosian. Well, we don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
Hear her out. She believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature. She's insane. She doesn't know what she's saying. You should hear her out.
In my realm, I decide to whom I should listen and whom I should hang. Be quiet. You wanted me to hear the girl out. Then let her babble on until I tire of her. So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
What is this sacred drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams. All of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
I've seen the truth of her wisdom more than once. Perhaps it would benefit you to listen to her as well.
As if I hadn't seen enough sanctimonious bores in my life. So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance?
That would be me.
Oh, or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen! You are a queen. But you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost a goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
Demon Queen! That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
Probably. Who knows? Doubt it. Probably.
That would be great.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
Did Erlu really curate me? It certainly had a hand in your present state of existence, Lady Vorlesh. Designed the world wound, a magical phenomenon of unfathomable power. To seal it would require a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we required a champion, and she chose you. Both your powers and that wound on your chest were the result of her experiments when she infused your soul with the essence of the Abyss. Of course, you remember none of that. Everything was done in secret. Even the power granted to you was purified to the extent that it was possible. So that you would not guess its source ahead of time. In trial after trial, we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came, we started filling you with the energies of Nahidrian crystals. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that's happened to you was part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you have followed your queen's orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you are prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, says Erlu. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There was a reason why we required a true champion, not merely a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the world wound and close it like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. Articulate makes a sudden gesture, cutting Erlu off. Don't be too hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself, then you can share all the details. What exactly are you offering me? I am offering you the chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are a thorn in my side as well as yours. What's more, I have never schemed against Galarian, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane, at least not at my behest. There is no cause for an enmity between us. Why would you want to close the wound? When the world wound opened, I was pleased. My realm was not connected to another plane. I wanted to make it into a crossroads of worlds, a place where demons, devils, and even angels could meet. The wound was a convenient path along which I could advance my ideas, but the Midnight Isles were not the only realm that had been linked to Galarian through the wound. Discari and Baphomet now only had a way from their realms into your plane. Their servants flooded my islands and spread out across them like a plague or locusts, killing guests who were under my protection, questioning my rule. They were driven by their lust to conquer and enslave, whether on Galarian or in another abyssal realm. I was forced to shift my focus and express my discontent. Eventually, atop the bones of our servants, we reached an accord. I would let their armies pass, and they would comply with my wishes while on my islands. Of course, the accord is a light fiction. Both the Descarites and the Baphomets are attempting to amass their power and influence in the Lucianera to overthrow me. When they think I'm not watching, they break my taboos and revel in their own impudence. And worst of all, Lady Vorlesh told them about the Nahidrian crystals. They realized what kind of power the crystals hold, and now they are determined to mine every last deposit hidden within my islands. And once an island loses its crystals, it becomes nothing but flotsam, slowly sinking into the dark waters of Ishir. With every lost island, my power is diminished. I could start a war and kill the plunderers, but a major conflict would hinder some of my own other plans. So instead, I will teach my neighbors a lesson by orchestrating their ignominious defeat at the hands of a mortal. What do I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interest. Well, rest assured that you will be adequately rewarded. I will give you gifts befitting your ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, will prove more valuable than any enchanted trinkets you could dream up. You're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Not that I'm afraid of doing so, but it would hamper my own important plans. Baphomet and Discari could never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of a Lucianera. No, I will wage war on my own terms, in the shadows, and I will remain unseen until I drive my blade into the enemy's back. And since Galfrey happened to send you to my realm, you have the honor of becoming my blade, mortal. Be glad you're wielded by skillful hands. We should also reveal how exactly our blade will be employed, says Airly. She silences Airly with a sharp gesture. We can discuss the details later when the moment is right. Now is not the time for idle conversation. How exactly do you plan to close the world wound? She rolls her eyes. It is a complicated magical process. You will receive precise instructions once you've captured the Threshold Fortress on Galarian. There, at the exact spot where Lady Vorlesh opened the world wound, we'll be able to close it. But first, you'll have to crush the Guardians of Threshold. And their forces are growing by the day. Hepzibah, Baphomet's daughter, is mining a large number of hindering crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army on Galarian can stand against them. You must stop Hepzibah. If you do not, your world will fall and my plans will suffer significant harm. Airly says, at one time I disclosed the secret of transformation to two servants of Baphomet and Daskari, Xanther Vang and Matosophin. It was a well-calculated gambit, which bought us some time, and assured both Daskari and Baphomet of my loyalty. Matosophin is Hepzibah's favorite. He foresees the transformation of her army. Hepzibah is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, tempests, and other more terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallow airships, so when the ships reach port, their crews discover they've been gone for 100 years? That is not the strangest occurrence you could encounter on your journey. I'm willing to provide you with a decent ship and an experienced crew. If you kill Hepzibah, it will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Baphomet cause to declare war on me. Tila winks at you. So what do you think, Commander? Personally, I'd rather take my chances rowing to this other island far from here in a rusty bucket than make any deals with the Lady in Shadow. I'll steer. Why is it so important to kill Hepzibah? Daskari and Baphomet won't stand there and watch you close the world wound. They'll send their armies after you, so you will need an army of your own. And that is something the Crusaders won't have for long. Hepzibah is mining more and more in the hindering crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Galarian. If you don't stop her, the Crusader resistance will be crushed, and the rank of demons pouring through the world wound into your world will multiply 100-fold. You were sent here to cut off the demon army supply of the hindering crystals, weren't you? Well, that's exactly what you're going to accomplish. I'll consider your offer. And accept it, I'm sure. I respect your caution and won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. A glimmer of approval dances in Nocticula's eyes. An interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in events of titanic proportions. Many would give their life for a chance to tread such a path. Hepzibah visits the Lucianaire every now and again, but her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Calafir, to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress. In the deep mines, her slaves dig the hindering crystals for the invading army she plans to bring to Galarian. I will give you a magnificent airship and an experienced crew to take you there. It'll be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. I wish to inform you of treason. Looks quite amused. Is that so? Who is it you've decided to inform me on? And more importantly, how did you learn of these traitors and how credible are these accusations? Chimera is researching the hindering crystals in secret. Perhaps she is planning to overthrow you. Friend of mine, the storyteller, Chimera. A smile appears on Nocticula's lips. How nice of you to warn me. I'm impressed. I do wonder, however, did you really think I was unaware of this, or did you merely want to demonstrate your loyalty? Either way, I appreciate you telling me. I will take this as proof that I can rely on you. You were very astute to uncover Chimera's desire to dethrone me, and it is particularly sensible of you to keep your mouth shut about the secrets of the hindering crystals. I suppose your caution calls for a reward. Snap of her fingers, one of the servants approaches you and presents you with a delicate package wrapped in gossamer silk. Aspect of the asp. Mining hindering crystals is a surefire way to sink the island the crystals are on to the bottom of Ishiar. I assume you understand why all who attempted to procure them on Alinthia were executed. At least you didn't tell Shamira about the mines you found. The last thing I need is the ardent dream burrowing under my capital. Why do you still tolerate Shamira? Someone has to deal with the trivial matter. Shamira's betrayal was assured the moment I made her my favorite, just as Zarofrian's was before her. Second always dreams of rising to be the first. I know the feeling well. A friend of mine, the storyteller, has peered into the future. In his vision, Hepzibah was sending demons after you. The demons were strengthened by Nihiljan crystals. A hint of dangerous excitement creeps into her voice. You are a font of knowledge, my dear guest. Let's just say I am not surprised by her appetites, the ambitions of that brat, or her lecherous goat of a sire. We're bound to surface sooner or later, but your warning will encourage me to keep a closer eye on her. You could have gone to Hepzibah with this and received a payment for your silence. Your foresight must not go unrewarded. Oh, look, a secret ingredient. Said everything I wanted to say. I killed Willidus, your court mage. She shows a hint of sadness. I'm aware of this. Of course, it is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccably loyal. However, his death is but a single move is much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. Powers of the Abyss. Blah was your relationship with Erilude. Bluff. Betrayal's a strong word. I opened the path to Galarian for those two, and I told them about it. Doesn't it bother you that Erilude serves another master? I'm not prone to jealousy. Let this guy think Farash serves him. Hey, zombie, welcome back. Stuff. Loyalty is for fools, is Erilude. Shared interest, that is what rational minds rely on. That and fear. No one in their right mind would oppose the Lady in Shadow. How did Erilude become your servant? Stuff. That we don't really care about. You remember the elven archmage who used to serve you thousands of years ago? He's still alive. We know each other. Really? He was well past his youth even back then, and now. Just how old is he? Immortals even live that long? Well, apart from your immortal Aslanti. Say hello to him on behalf of the Lady in Shadow, and tell him that the one who placed him has disappointed me immensely with his incompetence. No matter how hard he tried, he could never live up to my magnificent elf. Stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know, you've managed to surprise me. Rare occurrence for someone who knows just about everything. You're engaged, one that feels like it's delving into the deepest corners of your soul. Are Baffin and Discari your allies? No. Everything's clear to me now. Want to know more about you? This is just stuff. How to become a demon lord? Stuff. Blah, blah, blah. That. Stuff. Find departure for Calipher. Your guards must watch over my camp in the Nexus and all who are residing there. She nods regularly. I will send my assassins to ensure that no harm comes to your entourage. Be grateful for my patronage. Got some business to take care of in the Lucianero. As you blah blah stuff. You've taken a liking to my city, I see. Well then, savor it in its fullest and then come back for truly important business. Too bad they didn't voice all that stuff. I would have listened to all of it. More than once. But no, they make me read it. Anyway, let's do some mythic level.
Keep your wits about you.
So, this will be more angel stuff. Sword of Holy Damage. Whenever Sword of Heaven is active, this ability shows the angel this ability allows the angel to transform all damage dealt by the angel into holy damage. You'd probably exhaust your voice less if you didn't go blah 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 through skip dialogue. I don't think you know how it works, right? You're mistaking that conversion ability for a spell. This is an ability. So what do we have so far? During spells, some abundant casting. Improved abundant casting. About the improved Sword of Heaven. But blessing. Additional damage and healing from that, so now maximized. It's an ability that activates when you have your sword. I know what it is. Yeah, well, is anything resistant to holy? Real question. Burning Bright, that's the halo. Oh, we get an Astral Diva now. Ovanics are gone. Now we're down to Astral Diva. What's the big angel? Or bigger angel? Oh, what should I get? Use this for spells. Initiative roll swift actions that first level or is at least 2 levels lower than the maximum level of spells you cast. Currently, we can cast level 9 spells. So everything 7 and lower gets us is a swift action. Yeah, I know. Be able to level. Yeah, we're coming up on level 10 spells within probably 2 levels, I think. Yeah, it should be level 8. Do I want that though? Well, let's see. That would be level 8 spells. So that would be Storm of Justice. Currently. Sunmarked. Oh, that's a buff. No. Radiant Ground, that's a... Like right now it would be... level 7 spells and lower. Still have those guys. Bolt of Justice. Well, we won't be able to do this one until we get level 10 spells, which I think is... If we're following the chart, every other level, we should maybe be picking up level 10 spells at level 19. Because we're still only level 21 spellcasting clear, so... Right, I know they do. But I'm just going based off of the last chart, because I got nothing really else to work on, or work from. Because level casts are level 21, so... Level 16, so it's up by 5. Yeah, I don't think we're going to pick up that yet. So we'll still have more points to go. I mean, we still have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. So it's not a big deal. We don't have to get it now. Weapon focus method. Double the bonuses for a great sword. Oh, it is. Well, this is only... You gain +3 bonus on melee damage instead of 2. That's basically, what, 1 per... whatever. So... Increase to +5 if you are making an attack with a 2-handed weapon. Which he is. The greats this one is. Double the bonus of your attack rolls from weapon focus and greater weapon focus. So that's what, +4? Well, the two of them together are +2, but this doubles it. But it doubles the bonuses, so instead of +2, it's +4. Or at least it should be. The +4 to hit, or +5 to damage. Or I still have abundant casting. Not here. Improved. What's it? It's improved, and then what's above improved? Greater abundant casting. Get a 7th, 8th, and 9th spells, which we currently have all of those. So it says more spells for Gimpy. More spells for Gimpy. Again, we have 4 more levels to go, so on this. So, improved Sword of Heaven, abolished disease, abolished guile. Creature wielding them becomes immune to diseases. Healing spells cast by the creature now remove all diseases from the target and also remove the fatigued, exhausted, sick, and nauseating conditions. Creatures that apply diseases on attacks or otherwise closely linked to diseases suffer an additional 50% death damage from the wielder. That's holy damage. Abolished guile. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all guile. Creatures wielding them become immune to compulsion effects. Healing spells cast by the creature now remove all mind-affecting effects. Blah, blah, blah. Abolish poison, so poison stuff. Abolish on death. Creature wielding them is immune to death effects and energy drain. Healing spells remove all paralysis and all negative levels from the target. Undead creatures suffer an additional 50% damage. Bestow the divine. Now imbue weapons of others with the same holy power. Angel can still imbue weapons of only one creature, though. Lasting Flame. Sword of Heaven now lasts for 1 minute per mythic rank. Oh, that's much better. Guile the Faithful. Next imbued weapon now mark the target for 1 minute, making the target visible, giving them... so, yes, Everlasting Flame. So that will be 6 minutes. Now, does the endurance of spells, because this is an ability, it's not a spell, right? Additional damage. Oh, weird. It used to, but they patched it out. Of course they did. Still 6 minutes. And we get to, what, 3, probably 4 charges now, so it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll do that one. Because I don't use it that much because it goes so quickly. It's only good for like a minute or something. So we get the Astral Diva. So damage, greater abundant casting, and Everlasting Flame. Gimpy. Question is now what spells are you going to do? Greater Wall of Light, which deals damage, totally damage your cast level to evil creatures. Grants any good or neutral creature an ability to deal holy damage with their next attack. If good or neutral creature charges through the wall, It instead deals 1d6 holy damage per caster level with their next attack. What? You get an ability to deal 2d6 holy damage with their next attack. Going through it. They charges through it and instead deals 1d6 holy damage per caster level. See, that first part... Oh, it does say per caster level. That's a lot. That's a lot of... Is that right? There's one of holy damage per caster level to the bad things going through. Any good or neutral creature... 2d6 of damage with their next attack. If a good or neutral creature charges through the wall, it deals 1d6 per cast. So if you charge through it, you do a shit ton of damage. Wow. I didn't notice that before. Let's put that in there for fun. How long does it last? Let's say. Other cool stuff. For the sun marked. Target's attacks deal additional holy damage per 4 caster levels and any creature striking the target. So I can actually put this on more people. Because right now it says this goes on Gimpy, Sila. We can so we can put that on 5 more. That'll be interesting. Level 8 spells. Avenger's Blessing. Plus range, a target gains Divine Power, Holy Aura, and Greater Heroism spells 1 round per caster level. Firestorm. Rifle Aspect. This doesn't work real well when you're riding a bear. Oh, Breath of Life, but affects all allies. Not kid ourselves. Good. Rifle Aspect and then cast Reduce Burst on Gimpy. Yes. I don't have anybody to cast that spell, though. Have to find a potion or something to reduce person. We don't really need, I don't think we need this because, well, Darren has it, so it's not necessarily we need it. Bring back. Like other spells that deal damage, bring back and bring recently slain creatures back to life. If cast upon a creature that's died within the round, apply the healing from the spell to the creature. If the healed creature totals a negative amount less than their constitution, spell comes back to life and stabilizes. Good point, life. So what's the difference between this and that? Negative amount equal to a creator's constitution. Dead. Should drop back to life with this. Take right here. Oh, grain making. It's a vengeance. Oh, no, this winds grants you fly. Never. This is only. Doesn't get hit too often. You might get hit. It is possible. I mean, it's not like it's not going to last for 24 hours or anything. Yeah, whatever, got the spot. Yes, it is a 24-hour buff. Get it for a second time for when those pesky demons don't die. Yeah, I don't think we picked this 10th level spell up for, I think not until at level 18. I think. If it follows the pattern. I'm trying to remember when he picked up level 9s. Oh, wait a minute. He's not supposed to have level 9 spells right now. How does that work? I know that's what you meant, but I didn't. I know we're, like I said, I know we're picking it up, but the question is when. Does anybody remember when I picked up level 9 spells? I think it was level 15. So if it's too early, so it might be 17. Yeah, I think it's 17. Which is okay. I mean, it's not a big. I mean, we're only going to really get probably one spell anyway. Well, other than the stuff that comes. But there's the other. And the reason for this one is this makes, at 10th level, this makes this thing what, a 24-hour spell, right? Because I don't understand how this. Because it's this is a one level per round, because it gets up high enough that it breaks the 5-minute rule. Or am I supposed to make this heightened and whatever I'm supposed to? Number of rounds equal to a caster level becoming quick. So, master level. So we're at 22 now. So that's 2.2 minutes, or 22 rounds. Make extended, not height. Oh, well, somebody said height. Needs to be extended. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess we're picking up that next level was extended stuff. He has rods. Maximum. You do 3 spells per day cast. Be maximized instead of using the maximized spell. That's not. Freaking hour. Have everyone's? They not. Well, 25 spells that are extended in rounds levels 24 hours. Okay, well. So that means I should. So why did I take height? I don't know. I don't remember why. Somebody told me to take heightened, I think somebody might have been screwing with me. To guess. Anyway, this is taking too long. Experience spells, about a casting, that's confer. East. dodge anymore. Well, Heighten lets you get more Storms of Justice and stuff. It could, yes. The Dwarf, you need to see better when you get. Yeah, that's helpful. Power attack for Sela. She's been actually hitting pretty good, so I'm gonna go. Mr. Shapeshifter. Critical. Fight. You're mythic level 6 and character level 16, 22 total, right? Any combination of 3 more mythic or character levels to get master levels 25. Sounds about right. Chosen weapons, but crit more with quads. Now for the fun part. Shot. Doesn't work. Outflank. If she crits, that would make everybody else crit around, but actually not a horrible idea. Does have coal. You're seeing the cold or just cold? You did her ascendancy. Just because. Blood blast and water blast. No more water blasts. Cold blast for fun. Hey Fanny, welcome back. How will I torture Gimpy in the future? Terrible class or managing lots of stuff? Yeah, I think. Correct. And here we really don't care what comes to. So. Okay. Not a regular member. No, not Darren. Nature enduring, greater enduring. Oh, with abundant casting. Abundant casting, more spells. That's it for us. Although we have to do Okay, so that. Now we have to go find somebody to ship us over to
Knowledge is the key to victory.
But he got more than maybe when he rested here. I don't know. Let's see. Inquisitor monster. No, we're not doing Inquisitors. Unless somebody can verify the Inquisitors aren't still busted. Not doing Inquisitors.
Never stop learning.
No, it's not threes. Matters which of the options you take. Check. What was the bug? It was when you used some of their abilities, it crashed the game. I remember right when you used the hell their judgments. Some of the judgments were causing the game to crash, if not all of them. That's a bajillion summons. That's so descriptive. So, back to the Nexus. Some judgment since you got a Inquisitor run going, but Sanctified Slayer and not having crashes. And the inheritor is silent for a long time before speaking. It appears I am the one to blame for the discord between us. I was a poor companion and I left you alone in the den of evil. And soon I will leave you again, so please listen to me before we depart. Remorse and grief feel the angel's voice. Now my faith has suffered a terrible blow, but in my blaze of desperation and anger, I spared no thought for your feelings. Even if you are not the chosen one of my radiant mistress, you are still the victim of a plot devised by an evil soul whose insidiousness defies description. You have my sympathy. Believe me, if only I knew how to heal your soul of the corruption every little correlation is placed in it, I would do so without a moment's hesitation. But I have no such knowledge, and I see no hope ahead, just darkness and inability. Why did you not even suspect anything like this? He lowers his head. I was so eager and confident, and my heavenly mistress Iamade was so busy with her unfathomable concerns that she could not honor me with an audience. She, of course, was aware of the truth, and without a doubt, she would have restrained me from making such decisions, if only I had taken more time and waited for her counsel. So the moral of the story is, Miss, I'm a lawful good person is actually a selfish bitch. Iamade. After a pause, the hand of an inheritor goes on saying, it is wrong to me to It is wrong to blame an enemy for his cunning once you've been caught in his web, but still, Erlu Vorlash is an extremely skillful and powerful spellcaster. Even now, when I look at you, I see an angel of light, and nothing reveals the other entity hiding behind that light. I only glimpsed it when you were gaining your powers back there in the palace. I saw the kinship between your powers and the powers contained within an hindering crystal. What a bitter, bitter insight. I feel shocked and confused myself. He makes a gesture as if wanting to put his hand on your shoulder, but at the last moment he draws back. Stay strong, and do not let evil possess you. Grief grows in the angel's voice, accompanied by bewilderment. Listen, I have already told you that I trust in your good intentions, and I believe you were used against your will. But it is also true that you are a weapon forged by the same hands that mutilated the world wound. And no matter what intentions Eridu and her patrons are hiding, they cannot be good. Therefore, no matter how difficult it is for me to say it, you cannot return to the Crusaders and fight alongside the righteous. And I am not prepared to support you in any other endeavors. Any course of action you choose could prove to be a secret plan orchestrated by Eridu and the Demon Lords. I would be glad to heal you, but I can't. I would be happy to bring retribution to Eridu and the Lord's Shadows for what they've done, but it is not within my power. I am helpless here, but I cannot just sit around doing nothing. I am leaving. I'm going to hunt down the Echo of the Scarring. Then at least one righteous thing will have been accomplished in the Abyss. Forgive me. He falls silent. His words sound desperate, as if he does not truly believe in the success of his mission, and is seeking your forgiveness now because he knows there will be no other chance. Well, in that case...
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go check on the dogs.
Well, in that case, I'll have...
Your next break is in 1 hour.
I'll have to fight Hepsamira and stop her army of mythic demons by myself. Whoever gave me my powers, no one but me can defend the people of Galarian.
You did it wrong.
No, I didn't.
This is how you do it.
I don't know what you got there.
Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say... Jag.
Lawful option. How frail must your faith be if you are ready to lose your trust in me so easily? Don't my deeds clearly show who I am? Do you really think it's fair to judge people by the source of their powers and not by the way their powers are used? He spreads his wings. I deserve this rebuke. It makes me doubt the correctness of my decision. I just do not know what is the right thing to do. And again, and the narrative falls silent for a long while. Our mission to the Abyss is not yet complete, and abandoning it would be unthinkable. If I pursue the Echo alone, I will most probably perish. I know this. We must tear Hepsamira's black heart from her chest and disrupt the mining of the hindering crystals. You're right to remind me of my duty, so let us accomplish what needs to be done and leave contemplating disturbing revelations for later. Wow. So, the other runs we have, he leaves. And the 3 previous runs, he leaves. We have no choice. At least with the angel, you get to draw him back to you. With the lawful choice. I don't think the good one was going to keep him around, but the lawful choice definitely did. I think he's going to stick around at least. I hope he's going to stick around. Anyway, I'm not, because I have to take a break. So, I'm going to get up, stretch some legs, get some water, that kind of thing. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. We'll be back in a few minutes and continue on. So, thank you for watching. Enjoy the dog video.